Uh-oh. Right, already straight off, I'm going to have to do some pausing. Sorry about this. We'll listen to it a little bit and then I'll do some more pausing after my first initial impression. But look, do you think that's good enough? It's like Uncanny Valley, isn't it, though? It's... Like, she's definitely a cartoon avatar. She's definitely made in the computer, but it's like Uncanny Valley. You know, I'm just going to quickly example Uncanny Valley. As things are more mechanical at the bottom, human-like, so you're going from a robot that looks very mechanical to a robot that looks very human, and along the graph it's how much you like it. So at the start it's very mechanical and people like it up here, yeah, on average, and then it gets more human-like, and at the very right hand side, if it's really human-like, they think that's good. Oh, that's a good robot, it looks just like a human. But in the middle there, if it's trying to look human and it's not quite human-like, it's called Uncanny Valley. They don't like it. Oh, I don't like that. That makes me feel creepy. That's creepy, isn't it? You know, it's not real, and you know, it is supposed to look real. It's creepy. That's what we're worried about here, I think, because I don't know. Already, I don't know. Fucking hell, it looks awesome though, doesn't it? Is this... I wonder if there have been music videos with computer games, you know, as part of the graphics, haven't there? There's been music videos with CGI, but this must be entirely made in the CGI. Entirely. It's making me think of our dancing. MMD dances. Mickey Disco dances. I wonder if we're going to, you know, if they do the dancing, does that count as Mickey Disco? And is Mickey Disco the future of all dance music videos? This is bang, like, you know, big budget in a way. But it must be cheaper in a way, because if they're not really there and you just do it all on the computers, maybe it's cheaper in a way. I don't know. But it looks really big and glossy, doesn't it? It looks really impressive. I wonder if this is the future of music videos. There she is. That's Jenny, isn't it? They should say their names underneath so you know which one they're supposed to be. That's Jenny. Right, and then... that's that. That might be Jizu, isn't it? She already looks like a bit of a fucking plastic doll face. I'm joking, it's just the shine on her. It's just the shine from the photographs, isn't it? It's just the shine. Just makes it look a bit... That's her, isn't it? That's supposed to be her. This is cool as fuck though, isn't it? Like, all the visuals and... Oh. Oh, they fucked up. Oh, they fucked up. That's supposed to be Lisa. Two things. One, her hair is... like, she's tilting her head over like that and her hair's not falling forwards. So, there's a problem with the physics there. Like, it looks kind of cool what's happening. I mean, to say kind of, it looks fucking amazingly cool what's happening. And there are bits and pieces from PUBG. Look, there's the car in the thing and there's the motorbike. She looks cool, but she doesn't look like Lisa. There's Lisa. Yeah. Big smile. There's Lisa. One of the things you always see Lisa doing is smiling. Who's that? They haven't got Lisa right. I tell you what, it's a shame as well, isn't it? Imagine if you're Lisa and they're like, I haven't got you right. Oh, fucking hell.
3개. 뭐랑 뭐랑? 3개 국어. 사지, 사. 어머. 사? 응. 뭐야?
Look, there she is, smiley face, yeah? That's what they got her as. I don't think it looks quite like her. Evil Lisa. But this looks magnificent, like all the graphics and stuff. And I think this is one of these things that they'll look back on and it'll look rubbish. Like some of the music videos that use computer graphics in the past now look rubbish. Is it? This isn't quite as good. It doesn't look like Lisa, this one. It's not quite as good. The song's good though, isn't it? And the doggin'. It's got in the telly. Like, what I'm saying though is that it dated, didn't it? It didn't look very good now. It's got dated because graphics have moved on. And I think this looks really fucking good. This new BlackPink thing. It looks really good. Really sharp, really amazing. But I think it's just the way of the world with technology and graphics that if it's not fucking bang real and like really special, then it's going to look a bit dated in years to come, isn't it? The only one that doesn't is Michael Jackson. The only one that managed to do it properly was... So I wonder about the BlackPink, obviously I'm still reacting to BlackPink, is whether this will stand the test of time, you know, whether in years to come they'll look back at this and say, still looks bang on, or whether they'll say, things have got a bit better now, that looks a bit cheap, like even my phone can make those sort of graphics now. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's about that distance between things and how it stands the test of time. There we go. Gotta learn this dance now. They'll be TikToking it. That looks a bit better from a distance. Like all that dancing then as well was from a distance. Now you got to remember we've got that MMD dancing. You got to remember we've got like kicking off in the Genshin world at the moment. We've got this MMD dancing, haven't we? So what's the difference between what we're watching now and MMD dancing? Not much. Bit of a bigger computer, a bit more fabulous backing. You know, the design of the set, somebody clever on the computer has drawn and created in, you know, graphics design software this cool set. They've designed these camera pans on the little MMD dance you're seeing on our screen now. The camera moves, you know, you have to program that in how you want, or maybe MMD does it for you sometimes, I don't know, but you make these things happen with these assets, don't you? This is the same thing as the MMD dancing I've got on the screen now, just a much bigger budget and done a bit, I won't say better, I'll just say, you know, well, better obviously, but, you know, a much bigger budget and with much more design in mind, but it makes me think of that MMD dance. Like, that's impressive. I feel like someone, again, you know, in the Michael Jackson video, you had that sequence with the people doing that and the heads, and it didn't feature Michael Jackson. They'd recorded that somewhere else on it. They'd designed that and done it, and they'd taken it to some team, and they've said, this is brilliant, we'll use that in our new music video. Put that in there. Like, you know what I mean? I think that's the way that works sometimes, is someone does a tech demo and says, we can do this, and they say, I love the look of that, let's use it, can we put my character in next to it? I think this feels a bit like that, which is that, you know, that flower coming out, I don't know, did they design it specifically for BlackPink, or did they say, look, we've got this one where the flowers come out, we can put you in that, just sitting down next to that, all right, that looks good. You know, I don't know, sometimes I feel like this might be a bit of a tech demo in a way. We've just had a new Unreal Engine come out, so I don't know what this was made in. I think PUBG is made in Unreal, isn't it? Hang on just a sec. Yeah, it's Unreal Engine, yeah. Okay, so it feels a little bit like, because we've just had a new, so now this is all impressive. You're going to think this looks great. Because the latest game engine has been released that can do all this new stuff. So it feels a little bit like this might be a bit of a tech demo. Like they've shown them, look, we can do this in Unreal Engine. They've said, great, we'll use that in the video. It's already made, like it's already done. Or it could be that they've designed it completely for the video. The other thing is you're going to look at this and say, oh, this is amazing, I've never seen graphics like it, because you haven't, because it's the new engine. But give it a year and a half, give it 2 years, and every game under the sun will be made in this engine, and you'll be used to it. And this will look dated, because the next time the engine moves on, and the character models get even more detailed, this won't stand the test of time, I don't think. And that doesn't look quite right to me. The flowers look great, but BlackPink themselves don't look good enough. And it's alright if it's supposed to be you in the game. Do you know what I mean? It's that uncanny valley thing. If you don't go hard enough on it and you don't make it try and look too realistic, it's good. But if you're really trying hard to look realistic, you haven't quite made it. But it's really good, but you know, it still looks a little bit like a Fortnite character, like skin. Here I am, I'm ready for love. And that's why I think the dancing from a distance looks better than close up. Tell me That's quite good. Their expressions don't tend to change very much on the dancing, look. And what are they doing with Lisa? What's going on with Lisa on the left? That's Lisa. That was a good one as well. That, like, when you've got something simple and not static but fairly straight, like that looks quite good. It's a clever background. The character looks pretty realistic. But I don't know about Lisa. I don't know about Lisa. I think it's in the eyes or something, isn't it? I think she's half Thai. Like BlackPink are South Korean, but I think Lisa is half Thai. That just looks like a different woman to me. She looks too white in the video. Yeah. It might be something to do with the face shape here. Or like, she's definitely got the fringe. But it's a real shame for Lisa, because all the others are quite like them. But maybe she thinks this looks like her. Maybe she's happy with it. But I'd be well gutted if everyone looked right like they did, and then I look a bit off like a wobbly Wonka. That looks impressive, isn't it? All the colours, you got all the right colours there for the modern generation. You're dancing on a like space stage, and that looks right cool now. But will that be what the next Just Dance 2023 comes out with? You know, when games start being made in Unreal Engine, will this end up looking like Just Dance 2024? And again, do they dance expressionless like dolls? I think they're missing something in the... Like, the dancing has been animated well. It's probably quite hard to do, but it's that Mickey dance stuff, isn't it? Look. Mickey disco dance. Look, she's moving her arms, a little half smile, but then she kind of like looks... Something with the neck, something with the head shape and size. You see how it's blurred as well? See how these frames are blurred? They're getting away with making... You expect to see a bit of motion blur because you've got eyes... and you're watching videos, I don't know how best to explain that, like your brain is normalized to seeing it. So you don't see the motion blur that much in that, but it's full of it. And that, I think, is done. It might be YouTube and it's YouTube compression when you upload to YouTube. It might be that. But I think it might be they've deliberately blurred some parts to make it read better on the eye. You know, if something looked a bit shit when you've looked at it back in the edit and said, that looks a bit fucking weird on her arm, and you blur it out, now I can't see it as well. So her arm don't look as weird now. Might be that. And she looks a bit like a sort of alien sex doll version of the BlackPink person. You like the boots? The boots look cool, yeah. I wonder, there's another thing I wonder, are these real items of clothing that they've designed in real life? You know, have designers designed them and these characters are wearing them in the... Or are they completely dressed by the animators in the machine? I don't know. She looks a bit heavy on the shoulders here. You know, the width of her top half. It's quite a wide... Do you know what I mean? It looks like her head's a bit little for her body. Because they're quite slim, really, aren't they? There's those boots. This is cool. Look at that. Now that was, hang on, that was, I don't know why they haven't done, they've done loads of this, like, up in space fucking neon lights, but... Loads of up in space, but that is cool. That's cool. It looks much more real, doesn't it? And it looks like a film almost. I mean, it's obviously PUBG, isn't it? It's the landscape of where you play and out in the real world, but the roots coming and all that happening, that's really quite cool. Oh, if you wanted what it wasn't what it was supposed to be. Oh, Lisa's grabbed the camera, look. Is it Lisa? Is that Lisa? This is Lisa's rap as well. We'll listen to the rap as well. Coming, I'm running like a snail. I never know. If you wanted what it wasn't what it was supposed to be. What if there's no Romeo for me? No hope, no roses, no more notes to read. Interesting, the rap is written in English. I don't know if she wrote it. It's not a terrible rap, it's not the best rap in the world ever, but it's written in English, isn't it? So I keep my eyes closed to see what I need is forever and forever, baby, not sometimes. When you want it, then you best come find me, cause I'm ready. Jano! And so they're singing in South Korean, but the chorus is English as well, isn't it? Oh, I didn't like that. Oh, no, that's creepy. It's actually giving me the creeps a little bit. It just looks not real, doesn't it? Don't you think? I'll tell you what, in the next 6 months, all the games that are coming out on Unreal Engine, all the characters you talk to will look like that. They'll have their mouth moving and their eyes moving and their face, but it'll just look like a computer character. It's a bit weird, isn't it? You can just feel it's weird. It's that uncanny valley. And here as well, where they're floating in the space, they look more like... It's the funny puffy sleeves as well that they've gone for, the strange clothes. They look more like Fortnite skins. Maybe you can get BlackPink as Fortnite skins now. You can get Ariana Chuffing Grande, and she did one of these flying around in Fortnite. Similar to Ariana Grande's flying around in Fortnite, really, but on the next engine up. Is that Lisa? What's going on with her face? Is that Lisa? Oh no. Is that what happened? What have they done to Lisa? What have they done to her face? Poor Lisa. What have they done to her face? I think this is going to be a huge, huge hit as well. I want to watch this dancing one more time and then we'll compare it to some Mickey disco dancing. It's like all those camera moves mean it's harder to focus on what's actually happening, and I think they've looked at it and said, I don't know about it, it doesn't look quite right, so let's start doing some camera moves to disguise the fact that when you look at it, it should don't look quite right. And then that's them doing that dancing, yeah. Right, we've also got this though, haven't we? We have a look at this. We're into this. Program you can see from these small images where you make the character models in your computer. Oh, that's clever, isn't it? Making a character model, and then each model has got like joints, and like I've seen people using a different program called Blender, so I'll just quickly show you Blender. So, you know, you're on the computer and you're designing your character, and then you can make it do things. You've got like, you know, it's computer graphics, isn't it? You can make this part move or that part move, or this arm move or that, and everything's got joints and bones, and then you put it on a timeline like editing. So you say move here then, and then here then, and like characters in films have been done with it, but it's now available. It's now available to the average common Joe. So this is their website. It looks super professional, just like Blendy. Sexiest. You can download the dance motion look. So you can make a model and then you can say do this dance, and I don't have to make it do the dance. Someone's already made it do the dance. I just tell it to do the dance motion. So it's a bit like drag and drop. So MMD, that's what we watch on our thing, isn't it? This is MMD. If I can download that character model and I can download this dance pack, then other than the camera angles and the backgrounds, what else is there?
I'm ready for love, I'm ready for love.
Well, you could get Lisa right for a start, couldn't you?
I'm ready for love.
Now that all looked alright, but I think it's in the camera moves, like all this shaky movie camera angle, it makes it so it's blurred. So now we're watching them blurry, so you think it's good, but your brain is imagining it's good because you're used to seeing the things that are good and you think that's probably good. But actually, frame by frame, it's not as tight as all that, is it? Not talking about their buns, talking about the animation. Oh, it's a bit blurry. It's not crisp. In fact, motion blur has been applied, I'm sure, to make your brain, to deceive your brain that you think you're looking at crisp 1080p. Just moving, and like it would look in crisp 1080p if it was just moving. That's all their buttocks. rendered. It's not their real buttocks, they're rendered. So I wonder if they made them dance and then, you know, did the old replica, or if this is like Mickey Dance where they just got the character models. I wonder if they made them do the dance and did the old motion capture. I mean, they look fucking cool, and it looks fucking cool, don't get me wrong, and the song's good. I just think some point, I've made my point now, which is this might not age that well, and that Lisa doesn't look right.
I'm ready for love, I'm ready for love.
That was good, and that was pure CGI, and that was crispy, wasn't it? Like, look at how crisp that is. I wonder if this is in 4K or anything, if I'm watching it. I'm watching it in 1080p, but I don't know if it doesn't come in 4K. But that was pretty crisp, wasn't it? Like the reflection in her eye and everything. Oh look, they're in it and they're crystal. They're in it and they're crystal. It reminds me of a Bond movie at the start of the James Bond films where you get all this stuff going on. Oh, did you hear that? Jana. Whatever they're saying there was a lot of auto-tune on it. Someone went really off on the and they had to like stretch it back in. Like you hear it go like that. Jana. I'll do it another couple of times so we can really get to hear it. Also, I'm just noticing the captions are all in English, but they're singing in Korean, so why are the words in English? Shouldn't I have the Korean words so I can sing along? One more time. And then they follow it with that, which is lovely. So it's a bit strange, isn't it? Like, as a producer, I wouldn't allow that. Now, if I could little Jana, I'd have that out. I'd change it. But after it, that hey, where they all sing harmony together, and they haven't had to auto-tune it because they hit those notes really nicely, and you can hear the breath in their voices, so it doesn't sound so auto-tuned. Like, it's a shame in a way because there's little, what I would call a little mistake. I wouldn't have that auto-tuney bit in, but then these days songs have got so much auto-tune. You even get these rappers that are like with all the auto-tune, aren't they? That to me, I don't like it. Maybe it's subjective. Don't know what's going on with Lisa's face. Come on. Look, they're giving her a smile there, and that actually starts to look more like Lisa. But what is that? Oh God, what is that? And Lisa's one of the main ones. They're all one of the main ones. It's like a dead sex doll. It's like she's staring off into nothing. Her eyes are slightly crossed. She's like some sort of like, I'll tell you what it reminds me of. I'll tell you what it reminds me of. These sex doll things. Real dolls, aren't they? That's what they're called. Oh, am I going to be able to put this? I could put this on the internet, can't I? Tools. I've got safe search on. Hang on, I'm just going to turn this off and search for it and then show you what it is. Sex dolls, though, so it should be okay on Twitch, shouldn't it? That one is fully nude, so I'm glad I turned it off. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where's my safe search? Safe search, hide explicit results. Right, that's better. We can look at that now. Okay, fucking hell. Firefox. You don't want to type in what I just typed in. It's only real doll. It's only real doll. It's not like bad words, but you don't want to see what I just saw. So they make these dolls, and they are sex dolls, yeah? So they look quite realistic, but they are sex dolls. Yeah, this is okay on Twitch because they're just mannequin dolls, aren't they? That's all it is. It's not bad. It's just, it's a bit more realistic looking. That's all it is. It's got holes. Like, you wouldn't really want to bonk one of them. It might be a bit cold and plastic. I don't know. That's what we used to have. I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry for Lisa. And her hands look a bit unreal as well, don't they? Look a bit meaty and chunky down there. A bit not Unreal Engine. They don't look real. Like, anyway. And that looks cool, but then it's from the distance again, isn't it? Like when they got a bit of distance, that looks cool when they do that dance as well. That bit. And that's all good, and that's amazing, and that looks cool. Like from a bit of distance where you're not seeing the detail of the faces and stuff, it looks banging. I think what you could probably do is you should have probably maybe gone the Michael Jackson route and used a bit of this interspersed with actual real, you know, proper cinematography, and you'd have probably got away with a lot more. You know, the close-ups of the faces and stuff. Why not just actually have their actual faces? Why not just actually use their actual faces? You're allowed to, and then you'd have had like best of both worlds. But like, even Lisa looks like she's moving a bit funny there. Her legs are really long, aren't they? I wonder if they're that long in real life. I suppose they are, aren't they? Their legs look incredibly long. Maybe they've distorted them slightly. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. I'd need to see a side-by-side comparison, but, you know, you couldn't you, on the computer? You could just say, oh, we'll just stretch your legs out a little bit. You know, I don't know. They look cool, though, don't they?